And welcome to Module 8. And this is part 2. So in the previous module, we were playing around with some techniques. And I want to continue that in this part of the module, where I actually show you how to create a digital vision board using a poster and a desktop wallpaper. So some of you may be thinking, why didn't she show us what a vision board looks like before she started the module? Well, the reason I do that is a method to my madness, is because I actually don't want you to be influenced just by what other people do. So I wanted you to look at just some of the techniques so that you're not preconceived ideas about how it needs to look, because it really is a personalized thing for you. But I'll show you a couple of examples just so that you now are more familiar with how the vision boards can look. So I've been running face-to-face vision board workshops and some online ones where we actually cut things onto paper. So this is a particular one here that's just one that's been put onto like a canvas or a board, and you can just add images and words, and you can change things up all of the time. So that's just a very basic one that someone has done that is not digital. So here's another digital one where people are starting to, I guess, put impressions and set intents on what they do want to do and how they do want to see their particular year. So again, people use images and words. The ones I'm showing you don't actually have a lot of personal photos in them because we don't want to disregard or disrespect other people's privacy. So these ones I'm showing you just sample ones from around the place. This is one that actually was created to basically it's a bit like an Instagram highlight page. They've created it by using very similar images and the design that we've done in previous modules. So they've created it by using images and then getting them cropped, just exactly like we did when we created the Instagram grids. So these people have broken it down into particular categories. So again, they've gone more for the landscape style than a portrait size, and they've actually got specific titles. So as I do in my goal setting and vision board workshops, I get people to get really clear about what they want to do and start to have some topic theme areas or segments of their life. But at the moment, as I said, we're just really playing around with vision boards, just a basic Vision Board 101. So again, this is another one that you can create with images and words. There really are so many different ways you can do it. So today I just want to show you a few different ways. And this is the one that I created really quickly the other day. Now remember, I've been using Canva for quite a while. Every single image or word that you see on here is an individual element. So none of this was here before. All I've done is I've gone and found different things that I want, different images. Every single image is a separate image, and I've just placed it in a way that really works for me. So I want to show you how to create it. This is my desktop calendar vision board. So this is exactly what you're seeing on my desktop at the moment. So I have lots of variations. I do ones where I actually cut out and put them on paper. This one here is one of my digital ones. I've got another one that's a calendar that actually has specific dates where I want things to be achieved by. So I'm quite organised and quite structured in some ways, even though I am an arty-farty person generally. So let's get back to Canva and have a look at ways that you can use Canva to design digital vision boards, either as a poster or as a desktop wallpaper. Now, one of the things that before we move on to the poster is remembering that you can make your dimension sizes at any time. So if you go and type poster into the search bar here, you will get the poster size. If, for instance, you want it to be a specific A4 piece of paper, it might be something you want to print off at home or take to the printers and get it laminated or something, you would just go in and type A4 document. So always be sure that you look at the size of the particular product that you want to create. So if it's a vision board that you want to do in A4 size, then you'd click the A4. So it's got exactly 21 centimetres by 29.7 centimetres. In this case, we're going to use poster, which is larger, almost double the size. It's 42 centimetres by 59.4 centimetres. Now, the only reason I'm using poster at the moment is because it gives us a lot more space to play with. So again, similar to part 1 of this module 8 of creating digital vision boards in Canva, you would go and find a theme that you like, if there's a particular theme that you like, and you just start adding elements into that theme. So let's go with this one here. We're going to use this template. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just move some of the things out of the way that I don't need at the moment. I might use those words later, but I want to make a quick and simple vision board at the moment. So I might use those words later. I'm going to leave the colours as they are because, as I said, really we're just showing you ways on how you can make it in different spaces. So this time I'm actually going to do individual boxes. So I might, remember this is a resize, so I'm going to put an image here. I'm going to put an image here. Now, so that I know where my images are, I'm just going to make them different colours at the moment. There was already a box there, so I'm just going to have that purple box there as a place I want to put my major photo. And then I'm going to go to elements again, and I'm going to look at these different frames. And I'm going to show you a really cool feature here, which I've used before, and it's just a little bit of an arty-farty way of doing things, but let's just move that up there. So this particular frame here, I'll put it here so you can see what it looks like. What you do with these sorts of different frames here, like they've got letters and all sorts of stuff here. What I do with this is if I have an image that I want to look pretty cool and arty, I will actually just move that stuff so you can see less of all the stuff that's around it. Oops. Okay. Remembering whichever area you're clicking on, you're going to move that area. So I just want to move some of this stuff out the way just so you can see it a bit better. Okay. So this particular element here, the photo is actually broken down into 3, and it just looks really cool. It's a little bit arty, but I quite like it. So you go and find an image that you like. We'll just see if we can find something that's a bit bright. Let's get this, and you pop it into that particular area and see how it breaks it down into 3 different parts. Almost like makes it a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle. And you can put different images in there, and I don't know, I just wanted to show you how to do that. Again, it's just adding to your tools and techniques from the elements section, and it might be something that stands out that you want to use it for in your vision board. Okay, so having, again, as I said, a little bit of a play around here today. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to keep adding to this vision board. We're going to call this vision board. We might even call it my vision board just to make it a bit more personalized. Now, one thing that you may not have been shown yet in my modules is how to position things. So there's a position button up here on the right. It says position, and you click it, and if you want to center something to the whole page, you just press center. So that'll take it to the center of wherever you already have it. If you want to position it in a different place, it'll take it to the top of the page, the bottom of the page, or the middle of the page. But I just want to center this in the middle here. Okay, so we've now got all these different things that we can use that are existing. Remembering that they are grouped, so if you want to ungroup it, you would press ungroup, but I'm going to do that because I'm just going to use some of the words that I want and some of the things that, so that there, I'm just going to put time for fun and play. So again, remembering whatever you want to use your particular vision board for. I'm just going to get rid of those words. Okay, so we're just going to put that there. And so this might be a particular vision board page where I just have just for travel. So I might use it simply as a visual place for me to focus on my goals so I can enjoy some more travel. So I might place a few different elements here. I might put that element. So I've got a couple of different elements. And again, this is just giving you some more skills. I might now use these photos in some of these different elements. So you can see how you can continue to build upon your vision board in so many different ways. You can add things, you can take things. Remember, this template already existed, so you can move things around. You can change the color. I might change this color to yellow, and I might move it up here and turn it around a bit. I might drag this up here because it looks cool. I might drag that up there. So again, we can keep adding as many elements as we want, whatever you like. Just keep adding the images that you want, and you keep adding the words that you want. So we'll just put this map in here again. And again, you can copy the words, so duplicate the words that you want. And you might use this one, vision board, purely for travel, and you might put, Caribbean, here I come, and you could even put a date there or whatever you wanted to do. So again, this is just a very basic style of creating a vision board with an existing template and then just moving it around, changing colors to suit you. And really, again, it's just the opportunities are endless when it comes to this. And what I would do now is this is a poster. You can download the poster size as a PDF, and you can print it at home or take it away to be printed somewhere else. And I'm just going to save it as a PNG, and at least that way I've got it, but I'll just save it here so I can move on to the next part of this module. So again, that is a poster that you could go and have printed, laminated, put up somewhere around the place. It could have photos of your family, your loved ones, your soon-to-be loved ones that you attract and manifest into your life. It could have photos of the house that you want to manifest, your cars, your holidays, your health, your wealth, whatever it might be. You can symbolize all of those in a vision board on a poster and get that printed up. Now, if you're wanting to have it on your desktop, as I have mine, you would click desktop wallpaper in the search bar of Canva, and it will give you all of these different templates that you could look through. Now, one of the things that I did with mine is I actually started from scratch. There were specific things that I wanted to use in mine, so I started from scratch. Now, I'm not going to design an entire vision board in desktop wallpaper. I've shown you the one that I created recently, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the extra elements that you might find looking that you can look for in elements that you may not have seen yet if you haven't had a chance to play around. So again, this is my vision board. I'm just going to use a plain background for now, and I'm going to really just use the words just as a starting base. I really quite like some of these words here. I like the way they look. So what I do is I use this existing template. I really just want the Cheers font, but I don't know what it is, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to write 2020 vision board, and I'm going to Now, remembering these are grouped together, these boxes are grouped together. So when I move them, they move together. And if I wanted to ungroup them and separate them and put them in different places, I could just press ungroup and they would then become separate. But in this case, I'm just going to write, this is my year. Okay, so that's just really the background. So now I've labelled it. You can put your name on it, which is what I did to mine. I'll show you mine again in a moment. And then what I did is I went and found some elements. And what I did is I searched in icons here or in stickers. Let me just show you. So there's, or if you keep scrolling down, you'll find they're the ones I've recently used, featured ones, shapes, frames, stickers. I'm going to do another module about animated things, gradients, illustrations, icons, and you keep scrolling down and you'll find maps and navigation and arrows. It's just so much. It goes on and on and on and on. So again, that's where I found all of those really cool images that I had on my vision board. So have a little look at the things that I found. I put into the search bar balance, and I found a lady that's balancing or doing a yoga pose. I put in meditate into another part of the search engine of the photos and images. I love crystals. I put in there, I love inner peace. So all of these images have all been found individually. When I searched for goals, I found this particular target that I liked. Focus, I found this. So all of these images have come from Canva. So you can go and find exactly the same images on the Canva when you look for it. So again, I'm just going to show you very basics of how to add some of these particular icons and things. You'll notice that when you hover over it, it'll say whether it's free or not. So I might just go and pop that there. I might just go and put this circle there. And I might put this here. So again, what you can do is you can actually section off parts of your board. And what I might then do is I might just do arrows. So I want to point an arrow to each other. Now again, just keep in mind when you have the free version, you'll have to put in free so that you specifically know that you're just going to get the free arrows. So I might use this arrow. And what I might do is I might decide that I want them all to tie in with each other. So I just duplicate the arrow and I turn it that way and I duplicate the arrow. So this is similar to what I did in mine. I just use different arrows. So this center part might be a photo of me and my family or something. And these might be different areas of my life. So I've basically created 3 different areas, 4th in the middle, and I might put a picture there. So what you then do is you go and then add some more elements. So you click this button and you put in free beach. Okay, so again, you'll have to look through. I've actually used all different sorts of images, so I'm not sure. Some of these are actually paid and some of them are not. So you'd have to go and find the one that works for you. If you want a animated image there, you can put that on there. But again, go and look for particular images that are free. We're just going to use some that aren't free at the moment just to save time. So I'll put that up. Particular image if I want it. And you just really go through and find all the icons that you want and that you can use, and you really just start moving them around into the different parts of your particular vision board. Now remembering this vision board here is your desktop wallpaper. So if I was to download this right now just as it is, I would have to take that image out just to do that. And I'll download it. I'm going to download it just as a PNG, so it's not going to have that little flying around. If I download it as a video, it would. We'll talk more about that in other modules. So what I'm going to do now is I will find that vision board, and there you go. So if you haven't done it before, you would really just right click on the image. You've opened this on your computer, you right click on the image and you set it as your desktop background. As simple as that. So again, remembering, this is mine, this is what I see every day. I have a different version on my phone because I've created a more compact, something that's simpler on my phone, but you can create anything that you like. So that's all for us in Module 8, Part 2, and I look forward to seeing you in future modules. Keep practicing, have fun, and bye for now.